In this session, we're going to look at a really important issue: how you can stay safe online. We're going to explore some of the key terms and issues, but most importantly, we're going to look at the steps that you can take to make sure that your equipment and your personal information is safe when you're online. Unfortunately, there are online scammers. These are people who are going to want information and money out of you. There are some simple and important steps you can take to protect yourself against online scammers. First one is to think really carefully about who you're sending money and information to. Just as you wouldn't sort of give a stranger in the street a lot of money, you shouldn't do it online without thinking through things first. This leads to the second step. If you're unsure about something, take a moment to stop, take a break, have a cup of tea, think about it. If you're still unsure, maybe speak to a family member or a trusted friend, someone who can maybe give you some advice, or you can talk through what's been asked of you before you do it. Another step you can take is to use trusted third-party apps, things like PayPal, to buy online goods and services. So there's an extra level of protection. If an email doesn't look right, don't answer it. Don't respond to it, but also don't press any of the links in it. Don't download any documents from it. If you're unsure about it, leave it. If you're really unsure about it, delete it. And that way you'll help keep yourself safe from suspicious emails. Once again, the main message from this is if someone asks you to do something and you're unsure, don't feel pressurized into doing something. Stop and take a moment. And if you're really unsure, speak to someone, see what they think. We're now quickly going to talk about phishing. This isn't phishing spelled with an F, this is a phishing spelled PH. And digital phishing is whereby someone contacts you to try to get you to then give some usually personal information or details, or to get you to undertake an action that will help them get personal information or details from you. Usually when someone's doing phishing, it's through an email. So someone will send you an email and then try to get you to give them information. For instance, someone asking you for, say, a PIN code for a bank account. There are some things that you can do to help protect yourself against this. One of the first things you can do is when an email comes through to you, see who it's addressed to. Companies will on the whole address things to you as your name. They won't say things, the opening sentence won't say something like "Dear customer." That can be a little bit of a giveaway sign that something's not right. Make sure, the second thing you can do is to make sure that the email address looks correct and legitimate, that it matches, say, the second section, the bit that's after @ the little @ symbol. Make sure that that is the same as the company's website page. Again, that's usually an indication. If the email address is unusual, got lots of digits or strange symbols in, that's another indication that something might not be right. Always think about pressing on links and emails before you press them. So don't just press the link. Think about it first, and if you're going to press on it, see where it's taking you through. Sometimes you can sort of tell from looking at the link, it'll have a website address. Make sure it's a company's legitimate one. If you're unsure about pressing on a link, don't do it. Take a few moments, maybe speak to a family member or a friend first. So in some cases, some people will ask you to confirm personal data or information. So for instance, they will ask you to confirm what your bank code is. Reputable companies will not ask you to do this via email. And they will also, it's very unlikely that they'll ever ask you to do it over a phone. So, and most of them, when you first contact them, will tell you this. So don't give your personal information, such as PIN codes, over a phone or via email. Always be cautious with any emails that relate to financial matters. It can't hurt to double check. And one of the things that you can potentially do is to contact the organisation that the email or request came from. So for instance, you could ring your local bank account by finding their number off their webpage that you know is correct, getting in touch with them that way. And the final thing is, if an email does not seem right, if it does not seem safe, delete it. If you get a funny vibe from it, or it doesn't look right, or you're worried about its content, just delete it. Now we're going to quickly discuss spam. Any email account that's been going for a while will end up getting spam emails. What happens is companies will send out the same email to thousands, in some cases millions of people at the same time. And generally speaking, spam is just harmless advertisement. It can get a little bit frustrating at times, the amount that you get in your inbox, but just as you might get loads of pizza leaflets that come through your front door, generally speaking, you can treat spam emails in a very similar way. Much as you would put those physical leaflets from, say, a local takeaway into your bin, you can just delete that spam email and forget about it. It's also worth noting that many companies will give you the option of unsubscribing from their emails. So if you're getting too much spam, one of the things that you could look to do is to unsubscribe from those emails, which means that you should, in the future, not get them anymore.